Hey everybody, welcome back to JT Channel. This is definitely my first time starting this recording. And welcome to a channel update here where we're just going to kind of talk about what's next for the channel. And that's literally going to be the title of the video. First of all, I have to do my official thanks to everyone who watched and enjoyed me playing Doom Eternal. I played that game for a long time. I mean, I played it 17 parts, I think it was altogether. And each part was no less than like 45 minutes to an hour long. So in all reality, I played it for at least 17 hours. So the ones who watched every single video, every single episode, thank you so very much. I know it was a chore to watch me play that game because I started playing it and was having fun. And then I lost PlayStation Plus, which meant I couldn't play it for a while. And then I got PlayStation Plus back after like a couple weeks or whatever it was. But if you watched all of it anyway, thank you. Obviously, I loved the game. The storytelling was great. The weaponry was great. Learning how to properly take on certain demons, especially the Icon of Sin. I realized at the end, facing the Icon of Sin, that I should have gone against every enemy like that, every boss. Especially that stupid one that with the wolf and the glowing eyes and the... Anyway, I was going to do like a full sit-down review of the game, but you guys know how much I loved it. And it was perfect, and apparently I missed out on a weapon called the Unmaker. I don't remember finding that at all. Maybe that wasn't in the main game, maybe it's in one of the DLCs or something. I watched, if y'all know the channel Death Battle, they did a Death Battle recently with Doomslayer in it, and he, sorry, my cat is recovering from some tooth pain. Apparently that's another weapon I didn't find, and I got a bunch of spoilers for the DLCs. That's fine. The DLCs aren't free like Doom was. Well, it's not free. It's on PlayStation Plus, or Premium, I should say. So I got to pay the monthly subscription, but the Ancient Gods Part 1 and 2 are not free. They're like $20 each, I think. So I'm good on those. I don't mind that I got spoilers from it. But the game was awesome. Someday, if I can play those DLCs, I will. But that's why we're having this discussion, because now it's like, okay, it was that and No Man's Sky, but it was more Doom than it was No Man's Sky. So what's next? Am I just going to play No Man's Sky for now? Probably. And I know that those videos only sometimes do well, so some of you may not like hearing that. Some of you might be like, oh man, No Man's Sky, really? And I know No Man's Sky can be a chore too. You know, I'll play for an hour, and there might be 30 minutes where I'm spending most of the time just traveling and building stuff and mining. But to me, that stuff is really, really fun. And I like sharing those experiences with you guys. I mean, there was that one episode where there was a giant monster on that one planet, and I lost my cool. I don't know how everyone else felt about it, but, you know, it's fun to do these things and have people to share it with. And like I said, I think that video has like 2 views. Okay, so probably my brother, who tries to watch all of my videos, and one other person just kind of tuned in because it was a No Man's Sky video, and then who knows, they even watched the whole thing. That doesn't stop me from wanting to share these experiences with you guys. So there will be a lot of No Man's Sky. That's going to have to be the main focus for a little while. Because, and this is where I feel like that, I'm not sure that was the right way to word this, but I feel like myself, as part of this channel, with these channel updates, I've always been very transparent with you. And I'm not saying I'm like the only YouTuber that's transparent. There's a lot of YouTubers that are pretty transparent. They try to be as honest with you as they can be. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I can't tell you everything about my life. I got to keep some things to myself. But what I can tell you is that, you know, all these other games that I want to play, there's a few issues. There's a few roadblocks. One of the big ones is that, for example, Doom the Dark Ages, which I was ecstatic about, is next-gen exclusive. So, I have said this before in other videos, and I'm going to say it again. Not everybody can just go out and buy a $400, $500 PlayStation 5. Now, I have looked on the Facebook store and other websites like Amazon, and hell, I even looked at Temu. Don't trash Temu too much. I've actually had good experiences with them. But I still can't find a PS5 for less than like $250, maybe $200. And if I see it lower than that, I'm assuming either A, there's something wrong with it, or B, that they're just trying to get rid of it because maybe they're more of an Xbox person, whatever. But even at $150, that's not an amount of money that me and my wife just have at any time. with my wife being pregnant again, and with it being a high-risk pregnancy, and she has all these other things going on, she can't really work. I'm the one that works, and I work for a moving company, so we're not always that busy. And again, this is just me being as transparent as possible. $450, even just $400 for a PS5. I haven't had $400 in my bank account in like 4 or 5 years. I'm just going to be straight honest with you guys. That's an exaggeration, but with this job, currently, for some reason, I don't understand fully, we are pretty slow. Maybe it's because it's just the beginning of spring and we're right on the cusp of the end of school. So we're not getting a whole lot of jobs, and then when we are getting jobs, they're not huge. So I'm not really working all that much. I do get paid same day. So whenever I work, I get paid, and then I can come home. But the thing is, with the scatteredness of the jobs and the fact that there's been a lot of customers that will schedule and then cancel, and sometimes I don't even get notified that they've been canceled right away. I have to find out day of or day after. I know my boss watches these videos sometimes. I'm not trying to trash my boss. I'm just saying sometimes he doesn't always let me know when things aren't going on anymore. And some jobs are like really, really small. It takes like an hour. So again, this isn't me bitching about my job. This is just me explaining that getting a PlayStation 5, getting a laptop, a Steam Deck, I don't even know how Steam Decks work, getting any of those things is out of reach for the moment. If someday I can pull it off, then things will probably change. You know, I'll get a PS5 or a laptop, and I'll start updating, playing newer games and stuff, but I'm going to be behind. And there's so many games. There are so many games that I have missed out on because they were exclusively on Steam. And I'm a console guy. Nothing wrong with laptop or computer gaming. I actually grew up on computer gaming, playing Unreal Tournament and Battlefield 1942 and games of that nature on desktop computers. Old. I am old, okay? I'm going to be 34 next month. But we would, play local LAN on on desktop computers in my house with like my mom. Well, not my mom. My mom's boyfriend at the time, who was a massive piece of shit, but that's a different conversation for a different day. But it was me and him and my brother, and we had like 2-3 computers in the house we lived in, and we would just, WASD, and I always liked the arrow keys because I'm a loser. But as time went on, I actually, started to be more of a console guy, and actually, I have so many hours logged on local LAN on Halo as well. So I'm not just a PlayStation guy. That's just the console I grew up with. I play a little bit of Xbox. So I have no issues getting a laptop. That's not it. It's not like I don't want one. But I can't realistically just buy one when I've got to focus on providing for my daughter, for my wife, for our upcoming child. And we got bills to pay and yada, yada, yada. There's other things going on that I really can't tell you because, in my opinion, only so much of this is the public's business. And that's technically what you guys are, the public. Depending on how many people watch this video, if only 2 of you watch it, like I said, my brother watches all my videos, and one other person, and even my brother, no offense, don't always need to know everything. There are other things going on that I have to take care of that are, it's just pulling money out of me, and it's not like that. I'm not sitting here calling for help or anything. Like, we're okay. Like, I'm not gonna start a fundraiser or whatever. I know my dad sometimes watches these videos too, and I don't want him to worry too much. I don't know if my mom watches these videos. I'm getting off track. Point is, we're okay. I'm all right. But as far as spending extra money on new consoles, new video games, hell, even keeping PlayStation Plus or getting a laptop, that's just not in the foreseeable future right now. So, as far as this channel goes, it is going to be a lot of No Man's Sky, and I will look to see what else I can play. Like I said, we're likely going to lose PlayStation Plus, so all the cool games on there kind of off kilter for the time being, and I've got other games on disc that I could play for you guys. I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, maybe? I'll have to double check which Call of Duty it is. I think it's Infinite Warfare. And we also have, like, the Deadpool game. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 others for the PS4 that are hard copy on disc. I had to pull my daughter away from something, so she's throwing the smallest fit. The thing is with Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Deadpool is I've already been playing those, or I was anyway. So if I were to put them on the channel, it'd be just like No Man's Sky and Doom, where I kind of start already playing it. Now with No Man's Sky, I wasn't that far into the game, and it was not that big of a deal. It's like, oh, I've got a lot to go with this game. And with the original 2016 Doom, I had gone a little ways in. I wasn't super far into it like I thought I was, but I was further into it than I was like in No Man's Sky. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm not sure how far I am into it. I'm on a mission that's a little rough, to say the least. And I can't remember exactly where I am on the Deadpool game. But the point is, all of these games are definitely possible for me to throw onto the channel. I could start new campaigns, or whatever. And then I also have, this is a PlayStation Premium game, but I've been playing Far Cry 4, which was like one of my favorite Far Cry games. I think it is my favorite Far Cry game. But right now I'm just kind of enjoying taking down the bell towers and buying maps and stuff. Like, I'm not playing the full story. I'm just more or less screwing around, getting achievements. I always loved taking down the bell towers, unlocking areas, taking care of the little side missions and stuff like that. So it's all stuff that I could definitely bring to the channel if I wanted to. Now she's just making noise. If I wanted to, but it really depends on I zoned out. It depends on depends on you guys. Because right now, like I already said, it's pretty much just going to be No Man's Sky, which I'm fine with, and it seems most of you are okay with it anyways. Some of the videos do really well, and then, like I said, the last one only has a couple of viewers. Not a big deal, but until further notice, as far as what's next for JT Channel, it is kind of up in the air. There's some wrestling coming up. Backlash is in a couple weeks, and Saturday night's main event is on my birthday. I just found that out today. I was scrolling through Facebook, and it showed the next Saturday night's main event was Saturday, May 24th. I was like, holy crap, there's a Saturday night's main event on my birthday, so that's pretty cool. So obviously I'll be looking forward to that and watching it and reviewing it. She got into stuff again. But that's pretty much it, I suppose. So if you like the No Man's Sky videos, good news, that's kind of all there's going to be for a little while until I decide what to do next. And like I said, just don't get your hopes any higher than that. Like, kind of keep your expectations low for a little while, because like I said, it's just not realistic to expect me to play any of these next-gen console games, because I can't get a next-gen console. I can't afford a laptop. I still don't really know what a Steam Deck is, but if in the future, like over the summer, if we can make something like that happen, I'll let you guys know and we'll talk about it. So until next time, obviously don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being patient. Like I said, it's been a little slow lately, but things are going to start picking up. I actually plan on doing a No Man's Sky video today. Like, I'm going to drop this for you guys, and then later on, I want to film some No Man's Sky so I get more gaming on the channel. And don't forget to comment down below if you can, if you want to see me play any of those games I mentioned before. Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Deadpool. I'll have to see what else we have. And I still have the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I bought those wholesale. So if you guys want me to try to finish those, I'm totally fine with that. But until next time, this is JT Channel. I am JT. Hopefully things will pick up here in the near future, and I will see you next time.